EDCA Editorial Analysis. Editorial. Examining the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement (EDCA) is a crucial bilateral agreement signed between the Philippines and the United States in 2014, which allows for greater military presence, access, and cooperation between the two countries. The agreement has been a source of contention in the Philippines and has elicited mixed reactions from various sectors of society. On one hand, proponents of the EDCA argue that it is necessary for ensuring regional stability and security, particularly in the face of growing tensions in the South China Sea. The agreement provides the Philippines with access to advanced military technologies and training, and enhances its ability to respond to regional security challenges. Moreover, it allows for greater cooperation between the Philippines and the United States in addressing regional security threats, such as terrorism and piracy. On the other hand, critics of the EDCA argue that it undermines the Philippines' sovereignty and places the country at risk of becoming embroiled in conflicts not of its making. The agreement allows for the U.S. military to use Philippine military bases for an extended period of time, and some fear that the Philippines may be drawn into conflicts involving the U.S. and its allies. Furthermore, the EDCA has also raised concerns about the impact of increased military presence on the environment and local communities. The Philippines is a country rich in biodiversity and natural resources, and there are concerns that the presence of U.S. military bases could result in ecological damage and harm to local communities. In light of these concerns, it is important to examine the EDCA and its implications for the Philippines and the region. The agreement is a significant one, and its impact will be felt for many years to come. It is therefore essential that the government, civil society, and all relevant stakeholders engage in an open and transparent dialogue to ensure that the agreement is in the best interests of the Philippines and its people. In conclusion, the EDCA is a complex and controversial agreement that requires careful consideration and analysis. It is important to weigh the potential benefits and risks associated with the agreement, and to engage in an informed and constructive dialogue about its implications for the Philippines and the region. Ultimately, the goal should be to ensure that the EDCA contributes to regional stability and security, while protecting the sovereignty and interests of the Philippines and its people. History of EDCA. EDCA. Philippine-U.S. Agreement. What is the history of EDCA? EDCA refers to the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, a bilateral agreement between the United States and the Philippines that was signed on April 28, 2014. The agreement provides a framework for increased rotational presence of U.S. military personnel, greater cooperation on defense and security matters, and the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines. The agreement was signed during a visit to the Philippines by U.S. President Barack Obama, and was seen as a response to China's territorial claims in the South China Sea and a way to strengthen U.S.-Philippine security ties. The agreement faced opposition from some quarters in the Philippines, who raised concerns about sovereignty and the possibility of increased U.S. military presence in the country. However, supporters of the agreement argued that it would help the Philippines enhance its own defense capabilities and respond more effectively to regional security challenges. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement went into effect in May 2014 and has since been seen as a key aspect of the U.S.-Philippine defense relationship. It has allowed for increased military cooperation and exchanges between the two countries, as well as the prepositioning of U.S. defense equipment in the Philippines for use in regional security operations. U.S. China tension. Why do China and U.S. hate each other? The relationship between China and the United States is complex and multifaceted, and it is not accurate to say that the two countries hate each other. While there are certainly tensions and disagreements between the two nations, there are also areas of cooperation and mutual interest. One of the main sources of tension between the two countries is their economic relationship. China is one of the largest economies in the world, and its rapid growth has been a source of both opportunities and challenges for the United States. The two nations have engaged in trade disputes, with the U.S. accusing China of unfair trade practices and China criticizing the U.S. for trying to restrict its economic development. Another source of tension is political and strategic competition. The U.S. and China are both major global powers, and their interests and values sometimes conflict. This can lead to competition over regional influence, disputes over territorial claims in the South China Sea, and differing views on issues such as human rights and cybersecurity. It is important to note that despite these challenges, the relationship between the U.S. and China is also marked by cooperation in areas such as climate change and global health. Both nations have a vested interest in finding ways to work together to address these and other global issues. What is the solution of regional peace in Southeast Asia? Regional peace in C. What is the solution of regional peace in Southeast Asia? Promoting regional peace in Southeast Asia requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the root causes of conflicts and fosters cooperation among the countries in the region. Some possible solutions include strengthening regional organizations. Southeast Asia has several regional organizations, such as the Association of Southeast Asian Nations (ASEAN), that play a critical role in promoting peace and stability. Strengthening these organizations and enhancing their ability to address regional challenges would help to foster a more peaceful and cooperative regional environment. Addressing territorial and maritime disputes. Territorial and maritime disputes in the South China Sea have been a source of tensions and conflicts in the region. Addressing these disputes through peaceful and diplomatic means, such as negotiations and international dispute resolution mechanisms, would help to reduce tensions and promote stability. Improving economic cooperation. Economic cooperation can play a key role in promoting peace and stability in the region. For example, increasing trade and investment links among Southeast Asian countries can help to foster interdependence and reduce the risk of conflicts. Countering violent extremism and terrorism. Terrorism and extremism pose a threat to regional peace and stability. Addressing this challenge requires a multi-pronged approach that includes efforts to counter radicalization, improve border security, and enhance regional cooperation on counterterrorism. Enhancing people-to-people exchanges. Encouraging people-to-people exchanges, such as cultural exchanges and educational programs, can help to promote mutual understanding and foster a sense of regional solidarity. These are just some of the solutions that could be pursued to promote regional peace in Southeast Asia. It is important to note that achieving regional peace and stability is a complex and ongoing process that requires the cooperation and commitment of all the countries in the region.
Quiet star, quiet star, quiet star, quiet star.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Why don't you have a model for me, Mrs. Kensington?
You know how Mr. Kensington feels about that.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
No more secrets.